Justice League Dark, issue 15, James Tynion the fourth, writing with Alvaro Martinez on the art. Take it away, you two scallywags.
All right, so I wasn't here for the last one, but I got really excited for Eclipso that they hinted, right?
Yeah.
And here I feel like Tynion's doing some retcons, which I'm, not that I'm always a fan of retcons, but I like when you try to streamline past history. So they get into, he does this a couple times, like with Floronic Man later, but here with Eclipso definitely is that part of Diana's plan is to go back to that space above the sphere of the gods.
Yeah, what was it called? Like Aya or something like that.
Yeah, which is Hecate's domain, right?
Yeah.
And to find out what is exactly going on, but to do that, she has to use the Black Diamond of Eclipso. So, in order to get there, she takes who is it? It's Fate. Was it Kent? Yeah, it's Kent Nelson, and it's Constantine and Zatanna through basically this hall of artifacts of stuff that she put there in the Hall of Justice. So basically what I've learned here is that between Batman and Wonder Woman, Superman's got to have some type of secret thing there too, right? Like, Batman's got the secret prison. She's got this secret, collection of, like, volatile objects in the Sphere of Destiny and stuff, right? So, so we get the Black Diamond, which is real cool. But this whole issue is set up to how basically the Injustice League Dark or Injustice Society Dark,
I think they're going
basically
with Injustice
wins. League. Yeah, Injustice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, Injustice League Dark. Basically, they win because they've outmaneuvered with Cersei, the whole group.
Because Diana's just sent herself to Hecate's realm and is going to be in a bit of trouble there. Kirk may have injected himself with some new thing because he seems to be a little bit brainwashed.
Pete, yeah, you're not reading this.
Holy crap! The thing he turns into.
What's up?
So Clarion adjusted him. Yeah. So Clarion hit him with a spell, basically like a persuasion thing, and Kurt's been kind of going around acting super weird. Everybody kind of notices it, and here he's like, "Oh, I need to be stronger. I need to show you all that I'm not just this silly half man, half bat." And the thing that he turns into is straight up from John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, it's
mixed
amazing.
With a bat.
There's so many mouths, so many teeth.
Yep. Wings popping in and out.
There's probably like 6 wings in there. It's hideous in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And then you've got Bobo and Khalid there just looking utterly terrified.
Yeah.
As they should.
Right. And so so they're all split up now. And what was the mission that she gave Bobo?
Who gave Bobo?
That Diana. Because she's like, "You're the best detective."
Yes.
You need to find Cersei.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How am I supposed to do that?"
She's like, "You'll find a way." It's just like, "Hey, you're the detective. It's your problem."
Life finds a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And then that's in the following. If we're going in order, it's the Spear of Destiny, the Ace of Winchesters, the Crystal Bar of Merlin. She has both the helmet of Naboo and the cloak of Syra there, and that's all lead up to the Black Diamond. And there's like this demonic version of Eclipso.
Yeah, I love how she's using the lasso as like a lamp as well.
Mm-hmm.
She's like holding it out in front of her like a lantern. It looks great the way it the colors, the way that golden sheen lights up this dark room. Looks fantastic.
Right. And so she starts talking about what it is, and says that it was forged in the fire pits of Apocalypse, the birthplace of evil. And that's where he has the chance to be
like, "You can't be stupid enough to be dealing with this shit."
And she's like, "No, I am." And then that's when it cuts to Floronic Man and Brother Voodoo, and not Brother Voodoo. That's a Marvel character. What's his name?
It is Is it not Voodoo? You throw me off now.
No, yeah. What's his
Papa
name?
Midnight.
Ugh.
There we go.
That's right. And they're cutting through the Amazon on what we used to know as the Parliament of Trees. And so Floronic Man starts saying, like, now that he's disconnected into the green after what happened in the annual, that he doesn't quite know exactly what his origin is.
Yeah, he's like, I'm kind of the new guardian of the green, so to speak. New champion is probably the better word.
Yeah, new champion of the green.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, screw that Swamp Thing. He's got nothing. I've got the King of Petals inside me, and I got this covered. And he kind of basically is like, right, sorry, Swamp Thing, screw you. I'm gonna kill you now. And Swamp Thing starts like melting. Is kind of the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, he starts decaying because
Yeah.
Floronic Man's put this thing in him that the more he fights it, the more it's going to affect him. And so Swampy takes off, ends up back at the Hall of Justice, and melts in front of him, but tells everybody to find Abby because only she can stop the rot.
Yep.
So I thought that was,
Then Kurt comes in and injects himself as they're in the remains of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, it's just terrifying.
Yeah.
And then jumps to Clarion and Teakle and Grundy.
Yeah.
And they end up at this huge necropolis. And this creature that's standing there.
Yeah, I don't
gigantic axe.
Do you?
No, but the 3 rows of eyes reminds me of Trigon.
I can see that, yeah.
So it's very familiar that this necropolis, and that basically they're there to recruit this spirit into helping Cersei as the new Hecate, because Hecate basically this is the place of death. Death has no master. But this was a servant. I'm trying to find it here.
To conquer magic. Yeah.
Right, and so what I think that this whole Grundy is, whatever this guy is going to go into Grundy and use Grundy's body.
That would make sense. Do we know?
Right.
Well, I don't remember when this happened to Grundy. Do you? When Grundy started decaying like this? I can't recall.
No, but they bring that up here, is that he was born in Cyrus Gold, and because death, basically, he hasn't been able to be reborn. Yeah. So that's why he's decaying. So that's why he's a zombie. He hasn't been reborn like he always is.
I just I don't remember where this was brought up recently. Obviously, last issue of this, was the first I was introduced to it. But I assume it happened somewhere.
Yeah, so if you guys know, let us know. But, so with Zatanna and Kent, Diana goes through this whole ritual, and basically Eclipso keeps trying to encroach on her as they're using the Black Diamond to kind of teleport her. And she gets to where she needs to be, and Witchfire's still there from way back.
Yeah, she's on the kind of the spirit moon world.
Yep. And that he should have run. He should have run to the other side of eternity, because the old crone version of Hecate is bearing down on her.
Yeah. So all shadowy with the bright eyes and the symbol. Right. Looks great.
And on top of it, the tease for next time is called Everything Gets Worse. Which, how can it be?
What this book needs, right?
Yeah, right? So, I'm thoroughly enjoying all this. This is what I signed up for initially.
Yeah.
When Dark was announced with Tynion. The team feels all here, and now he's delightfully ripping the team apart in ways that
exactly. And they've been through enough now that, they do feel like a cohesive team. Yep. So you can tear them apart like this now, and it has some sort of weight.
Right. And so now, to distract Bobo from Cersei, now you have Man-Bat on there, which I feel that the cure to that is him becoming Man-Bat full-time. You know what I mean?
Possibly, yeah. To be honest, calling Man-Bat in this form does not do it justice.
No.
It really doesn't. I'm going to give this issue a solid 8. I think it's real good. I like all the things. But there's a lot of plot threads going that don't quite come together as well as some of the other issues have.
No, see, I'm at 8.5 because those plot threads that you don't think are coming together, I feel are being seeded throughout.
No.
Like this whole thing with Floronic Man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I think they all have a purpose, and they're going to come together as a larger story later in the arc. I just think in this issue, it feels like a bunch of separate
that's
threads.
Fine. But anyways, my point with Floronic Man is they went back over his as a. I definitely feel like they're priming for. It's not going to be Swamp Thing. It's not going to be him. So it makes me wonder if Ivy's entering the chat.
Yeah, probably. But
You know?
it does feel like okay, they're shaking things up with the green.
Yeah. Because now the Parliament trees is gone. Now the Parliament flowers are a little bit more in line with Ivy and Floronic Man. You know, where they kind of want to take over versus peaceful coexistence.
They're more aggressive than the trees.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder if that's what's being set up later. And we all know that Tynion's coming to Gotham.
And interestingly, we're bringing in Abby Arcane and the Rot now.
Yeah.
So are we bringing back that war with the flowers?
For a second there, I thought you said we're bringing Abby Arcane and the Rock now, and I was like, wait, what?
Can you smell what Abby Arcane is cooking? It's not good because she's the Rot.